Jai Gurudev. So, how are you engaging the younger generation in Gaushala activities? Yes, we organize Cow Connect camps where students spend weekends learning everything from feeding to milking to natural farming. They hear stories from elders, understand the science of A to milk, and even help in compost preparation. Many are surprised that the dung and urine they once saw as waste are actually resources. We also run social media challenges, posting pictures with cows, sharing cow facts to make it trendy. The goal is not just to educate but to create emotional bonds. Once a young person feels the calm joy of sitting beside a cow, they often become lifelong advocates. In your view, how can urban families reconnect with cows? Urban life often disconnects us from the rhythms of nature, but reconnection is possible. Families can visit Gaushala regularly, sponsor cow feeding, or even adopt a cow virtually, receiving updates and products from her. Some housing societies now have small green patches with a couple of cows managed collectively. Even simple acts like using products made from cow dung and A2 milk create a link. Children especially benefit from these interactions. It fosters empathy and reduces stress. I tell urbanites, you don't have to move to a village, just bring a little bit of the village to your life. Now, what role do cows play in climate resilience? Native cows are hardy, drought resistant, and integral to sustainable farming. Their dung enriches soil organic carbon, which improves water retention and reduces erosion. Critical during erratic rainfall, cow based farming reduces chemical dependency, cutting greenhouse gas emissions from fertilizer production. Even their grazing patterns can promote biodiversity if managed well. Critics often talk about methane, but studies show indigenous breeds emit less and their ecological benefits far outweigh emissions when part of a balanced system. In climate adaptation strategies for rural India, cows are not just a heritage, they are a living tool for survival and resilience. Now, can you share a personal transformation story from the Gaushala? Yes, I recall a young software engineer who came to the ashram burnt out, insomnia, anxiety, digestive troubles. He started visiting the Gaushala daily, just sitting quietly among the cows. Within weeks, his sleep improved, digestion normalized, and he smiled more. He later said the cows taught him patience and non-verbal connection. Medical reports showed reduced blood pressure. This isn't isolated. I have seen many people's stress dissolve in cow company. It's not magic, it's the combined effect of rhythmic breathing, grounding energy, and unconditional acceptance that cows naturally radiate. Now, how do you sustain Gaushala operations financially? We use a mix of donations, adoption programs, product sales, and workshops. Donors can feed a cow for a day, month, or a year. Panchakavya products like natural cleansers, incense, and fertilizers generate steady income. We also host experiential retreats where participants pay to learn and live with the cows. This not only funds operations but spreads awareness. Importantly, we keep financial transparency. Every rupee is use is recorded, and visitors can see exactly how their contribution helps. It builds trust and ensures that service to cows remains a collective community effort. Now, what government policies could better support indigenous cows? Yes, first we need stricter protection against slaughter, especially for productive and aged cows, coupled with incentives for farmers to maintain them. Subsidies should prioritize the A to milk breeds, as well as training in cow based agriculture. Policies must support small scale gaushalas with low interest loans, veterinary services, and infrastructure grants. Marketing support for indigenous cow products like milk, ghee, biogas, natural manure would make them economically viable. Finally, integrate Goshala visits into school curriculums to ensure the next generation grows up valuing cows not just sentimentally but as vital partners in ecology and health. Now, are there any collaborations with international organizations? Yes, we have partnered with agricultural universities in Europe studying soil regeneration and wellness institutes in the US, exploring A2Milk's role in gut health. Japanese permaculture groups have visited to learn how cow dung bioenzymes improve crop yields naturally. We also host exchange programs where international volunteers live at the Gaushala learning traditional practices while sharing modern animal care techniques. These collaborations are mutually enriching. They validate ancient wisdom through modern science and bring global recognition to India's native breeds. Many foreign guests leave as ambassadors for sustainable cow based living. Now, how do you see Gaushalas evolving in the next decade? I envision Gaushalas becoming community hubs, half century, half learning center. They will offer wellness programs, agricultural training, eco product manufacturing, and even therapy sessions. Technology will help apps to track each cow's health, AI to optimize feeding, drones for pasture management. Yet the heart will remain unchanged, nurturing the sacred bond between humans and cows. As more people seek alternatives to industrial food systems, Gaushalas will be seen not as relics of the past but as models for a regenerative future where health, prosperity, and environment go hand in hand. Now, what's the most challenging part of running a large Gaushala? Balancing compassion with sustainability. We want to rescue every abandoned cow, but resources, land, fodder, manpower are finite. Veterinary emergencies, doctors, especially with older cows, can be both emotionally and financially draining. Then there is education, convincing some farmers to keep native breeds. When hybrids give more milk per day, managing waste and ensuring its productivity use takes constant effort. Yet these challenges push us to innovate, whether through partnerships, better fodder cultivation, or community adoption programs. The love for the cow keeps us going even on the hardest days. Finally, what message would you give to someone who has never visited a Gaushala? I would say give yourself this gift. Spend even one quiet hour among cows and see how your breath slows, your mind clears, and your heart feels lighter. Touch their warm skin, watch their gentle eyes, and you will understand why cultures across time have revered them. You don't need to be religious or rural to be benefiting from this. This is about reconnecting with life's deeper rhythms, and when you return to your routine, you will carry some of that grounded, serene energy with you. The cow gives far more than milk. She gives a living lesson in grace, Chagotai.